Good day, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time finding my channel. And my name is the Mature Exotical Lady, and I do videos about, or I intend to do videos because I've recently started this channel, about all things really, a bit of lifestyle, opinions, advice, legal issues, because I am a lawyer by background, traveling because I'm currently in Italy. I bought an apartment here, and so I'm just enjoying some time here, and yeah, just wanting to sort of have a YouTube channel really. And if you go to some of my earlier videos, I think it explains why. But basically, just to record my life. And I think I've discussed this in an earlier video when I was talking to one of my daughter's friends, and I said to her that one of the reasons why it's good to have a YouTube channel is for memories, even if you don't want to publish stuff. So yeah. So basically, what am I doing today? Well, today I need to go and pick up a coffee maker machine that I bought a couple of weeks ago, but when I bought it, it was very impromptu, and I had bags with me at the time, but it's a reconditioned one, and so I couldn't carry it. So I want to go and see whether I can pick it up now. I actually went back there to pick it up previously, but the shop was closed. So I want to go and check today if it's open. And a continuation of my last post, because I did a sort of walk and talk, put it that way, talking about, as a Caribbean woman, some essential seasoning for food that I find I need to carry with me when since I've been sort of traveling to different places, sort of, you know, with short gaps in between, which I've been doing, sort of sprouting around the Mediterranean, so to speak. And then I bought this place, right? So basically, there are some other essentials that I do think are important for us more mature, well, for everybody, but specifically for us more mature travelers, and that's regardless of your background really. So I was just gonna mention those as well today. So I'm gonna just gather up my bag, my phone, etc., and then be off. So I'll catch you in a mo. So I'm outside now. I'm outside now, guys. And it's just another lovely hot sunny day here in Italy, Scalea, in the region of Calabria, the southern Italian coast. And anyway, I have to sort of like slight change of plan. I actually need to go and get some drain unblocker because my sink in the bathroom is blocked. So that's the priority, and they do some really strong drain unblocker here. I'm from the UK, and you know, drain unblocker there, unless you go to the sort of specialist hardware or, you know, DIY building superstores and so forth, because hardware stores, you hardly find them in the UK now. It's mainly these big hardware DIY superstores everywhere. So basically, yeah, so I'm going to do that first. I'm going to do that. But anyway, back to topic. So some more things that I have found I travel with, because for ease and also for cost effectiveness as well, to be honest, are vitamins, my supplements, because I have ulcerative colitis, which is a bowel disease, although I've had my colon removed, and so to a certain extent that's eliminated a lot of the symptoms of the bowel. So I have to wear a stoma bag since I had my bowel removed, okay? But that's a whole nother video. I might talk about that actually, because it's not common to find videos on YouTube from women of colour, or men of colour even, you know, about having had a bowel removed, your large intestine removed. So yeah, I might do a video about that as well, because I think that might be information or an experience that can be shared, you know. Okay, so vitamins and supplements, yes, very important, because I have found that here where I am in Italy, for example, you can get them, but they're not the same, and they might not be to your specific requirements, you know. So always bring your vitamins and supplements that you are used to using for your health, you know. Bring enough supplies with you. So if you're traveling around for 3 months, make sure you order. I mean, I normally get mine from Amazon, okay, anyway, because even in the UK, the strengths of the particular supplements I like to use, which is, I use a lot of different supplements because, you know, I need it really to bolster my immune system and to make sure that I am getting the nutrients I need because of the limitations in food that I have because of the ulcerative colitis. So basically I order them from Amazon, and then yeah, but Amazon here is different. You can't get a lot of things that I would normally get, I found, delivered here, right? Because there might not be like local suppliers who are, you know, selling them, you know. So that is something that I always have to make sure I bring. And another thing I always bring, protein powder, because I have to have, and I think all of us do as we get older, more protein in our diet. And there's a couple of reasons why I think it's very good to bring a supply of protein powder. Obviously, if you are a keep fit person, you know, you normally keep fit, even if you can't maintain your normal routine of, you know, going to the gym when you travel, because you might have gyms that you have to actually be a member of and all that, and you might not be there long enough that you want to be a member, you know. But there are other things you can do, like, you know, obviously walking a lot or cycling. So you might still be walking a lot, you might be cycling because you can rent bikes or even buy a bike. I bought a bike because obviously I bought my apartment, so I've actually bought a bike. I used it once, but I want to get a different one. But anyway, yeah, but anyway, right, protein powder, because if you are cycling or you're walking a lot, you're still effectively keeping fit, you're still getting your exercise in, and you still need to make sure that you are getting your you know, your boost, your muscles from your protein powder that you would normally use when you are back at home. Okay, so that's one of the reasons. And the other reason is, I think when you go on holiday anyway, or if you travel, you tend to not eat the same for a while, and you tend to slip in. If you're like me and you have a sort of habit of at least 80% of the time trying to eat low carb, because I have to really, because a lot of these fruit, vegetables and stuff just don't agree with me. You know, it's part of one of the reasons I developed this illness. And too much fibre, I just can't eat high fibrous food and stuff like that. So basically, yeah, I literally have a very sort of high animal based and dairy based diet, really. You know, I can eat some starches, and I do occasionally eat some starches, but when I've travelled, especially this time around when I came to Italy, and just couldn't resist it. I mean, it was terrible. I think I've done a short on it, or I've done a video where I was talking about how I was just eating the bread. I love bread, but I can't eat it, man. It just causes me a lot of pain. But anyway, I love it, especially the Italian bread. And the Italians are carb addicts, basically, if you ask me. Everything is carbohydrates, you know. Pasta, gelato, you know, pastries, cakes, bread, especially that dried bread. They like to toast and dry it like the French bread. It's crispy. Oh, it's delicious. Their bread is just delicious, right? But anyway, or you'll be eating out. But either way, you're gonna find that you're probably eating more carbohydrate than you are protein. So if you bring your protein powder with you, you can make sure that you get enough protein in, basically. You get enough protein in so that you don't feel so bad at the end of the day. And protein powder, good protein powder tends to be quite low calorie as well. So, you know, even if you're indulging for an extra 100 calories, you can get like 25 grams or 20 grams of protein in your diet, you know? So bring a shaker as well. Bring a, because they're plastic, bring your shaker, bring your protein shaker, because that's something I didn't do and I should have done. And I could have easily put that in my, in my handbag even, or my carry-on bag, because, I could have done and I forgot. I end up having to look for one where I'm going. And these things are hard to find, They're not going to be usually in the areas where you're going to be staying necessarily. And then you don't want to have to waste days or two looking around, looking for these things. So that is what I would advise. And the reason I would say bring protein powder, because I did eventually find protein powder where I am in one of the supermarkets called Deco, but it was expensive, more expensive than what I would find in the UK, because it's a common thing in the UK. Everyone's, and I'm sure it might be the same where you are, if you're in like one of the major Western countries like US or Canada, where going to the gym, is a lifestyle. Protein powder, you can kind of tend to get it in most supermarkets and stuff like that nowadays, And protein powder is not cheap anyway, okay? But here, for a small, it was about maybe 200 grams of protein powder, because I saw some, it looked nice, and I bought a packet. Chocolate, some sort of chocolate flavour. It tastes nice, and it kind of had more bulk to it. It had a kind of bit more bulk to it as well when I mixed it, but it was expensive. It was like about 17,000 euro. Sorry, 17 euro. 17,000. Sorry, 17 euro. It was about 17 euro for this packet of protein powder that probably wouldn't last longer than a week. I don't think it did last me longer than a week. because I usually have like about protein powder. I probably take about between 40 to 50 grams of protein in protein powder in a day, because that's what I tend to do, you know. So it didn't last me long, right? So to recap, I am suggesting, it's just suggesting, to disclaimer, I'm not a dietitian or a health fanatic or anything like that. This is just what I've found personally useful for my own lifestyle, way of life, traveling around the Mediterranean, southern Mediterranean countries, in the smaller towns, not the bigger cities, to make my life easier and more comfortable, you know. So that is your multivitamins and your supplements that you rely on, okay? And actually, speaking of which, specifically as well, magnesium and potassium, because you sweat a lot. You actually sweat a lot, right? And although you might be drinking a lot of water, or you're going to drink a lot of juices or whatever the case may be, okay, that isn't necessarily going to give you your supply of magnesium and potassium that you need from sweating a lot, if you sweat a lot when you're in the hot climate, all right? So your multivitamins and supplements, your protein powder, your protein shaker, so that you can mix your protein, is what I am suggesting during this chat. Okay, so I hope you found this useful, and if you like this video, or if you watch some of the other videos and you like them and give me time, I will improve, I will get better, then do give them a like and subscribe. Apparently if I get 50 subscribers I can do live. I can do some live, so that will be good, because it'd be easier for me. I can just literally flick on the live and chat. I mean, nobody even needs to be there at first, but I can literally just have my conversation and my discussion and log off without all this uploading. Honestly, so anyway, in the meantime, wherever you are, because I'm approaching the store now where I actually buy my drain unblocker. It's a local hardware store. I will do a video of it at some point, because it is actually a really nice little store, and the prices are pretty reasonable, funnily enough. I found them very comparable to some of the items, if not a bit cheaper, as what I've seen in the sort of like supermarkets. But anyway, I detract from saying to you, thank you for watching my video. Subscribe, please, if you liked it, or if you think that you might like it, or just subscribe anyway. Help us this out, right? And then enjoy your day, your afternoon, your evening, or your night, depending on wherever you are. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.